Yo, what up, chat? How's everybody doing today? Hopefully doing all right. Yo, how's it going, chat? Just had to switch the scene. Hopefully everyone's doing all right. So tonight, we are going to be running some submissions. So we put it out a little while ago in the community Discord that folks could submit ideas for our bi-monthly community races, specifically for the flags that are not the standard ones. So the way it works is one race out of the two that happen every month is going to be a standard flag set, and then every month we have a community submitted flag set. So I've got 3 flags pulled up. The first one is from the last community event race winner, Judge Joe. So Joe has submitted their flags for the next race. I will go ahead and post it in chat here if you're not in the community Discord. So these flags are prioritize original chests, exclude NPCs, battlefields are prioritized, expert logic, shattered sky coin, 24 count flat. A lot of typical stuff. Some of the new features are being used since we have officially upgraded to 1.7, and I know I said I would make an update video for that. I still am. Just had a lot happen last week. Long story short, my furnace died on my birthday, so just a lot happened. But some of the new features include gating the Fireberg seed vendor as well as gating the Windia seed vendor. So we have random bosses turned on for that. World seed supply is set randomly between 0 to 25 chests. So we might get no seeds in the world. We might get 25 boxes. Seed duping's been disabled. Enemy density is 25%. Enemies scale standard mobs are 50 to 125. Bosses are 75 to 100. We have the elemental randomizer turned on without any resistant shuffle. And Doom Castle's boss rush. We're doing freed ship. Right? Yeah, that was a very surprise expense. So, a bit stressful. Mostly just trying to keep the kids warm. But the house ran off space heaters for like a week. But it's all fixed now. So it's all clear. We're good. Let me turn the game up a little bit. It's a little quiet. Chat, is it a little quiet for y'all? There we go. Hopefully that's a little better. So freed ship. The way freed ship works, and this will be a little interesting, is you no longer need to free max ship by building your the Rainbow Bridge and throwing megas from Spencer's Cave. It is just freed from the cave. If you find the crest to go to max ship, you could just go there. That actually opens it up logically for a couple extra checks that it normally wouldn't be, because it'd be gated behind those couple extra steps. So it's going to make things interesting. You just need Captain's Cap for go mode. Well, cap and shards and crest. So 3 items as opposed to like 6. Freed ship also functions like shortcut, so you do not need Dragonclaw and Megas to go to Dark King. Skull Bridge will still be there on the first floor of Doom Castle. No map shuffle, no crush shuffle. Overworld shuffle's turned on. Yeah, freed ship's great. Freed ship's a nice little varietal to add if you don't want the crippling freedom of if you think shortcuts a little too easy and you still want some conditions for go mode. Freed ship's a really nice middle ground that Ham thought of. We have a random starting companion and we have random available companions 1 through 4. So for the seed I rolled for tonight's playtest, we have Kaylee and Tristram. Phoebe and Ruben are not available. And we also have a random Chaos spellbook. So Kaylee rolled in the important spells. Kaylee has Exit at the start at 7. She gets White at 15 and Arrow at 34. Tristram starts with Arrow and gets Meteor. So this is looking like a Kaylee seed, only because resistances aren't shuffled, so King's not going to be resisting White. I don't think we're going to see a Super Kaylee, because her quests are Clear Ice Battlefield Pyramid, visit the summit of Volcano, and visit the Chocobo in Windia, and defeat Ghidra. Ghidra's a bit of a tall ask, as much as I actually like going through Tree. Now, if we go to Tree and we're at the right level, I'll kill the Chimera, no problem. Tristram's is just as annoying in terms of level up. Minotaur, Crystal of Earth, Rainbow Bridge, Crystal Wind. A lot of those are really obtuse quests. 4 times leveling curve, and hint NPCs are enabled, but they are fixed 500 GP per hint. And battlefields only require 1 fight. So let's get it on. Oh, and my input display is working again, so that's nice. All right. Make sure everything looks good. And 3, 2, 1, go. Tristram start. Volcano. I forgot to check and see if enemies were... Okay, they are localized. So I don't have to worry about dodging encounters. Okay. Starting off strong with the best book. Let's do a little peek route here. Nothing. Something. kind of a dud check. Although, with the new 1.7 update, Spencer's Cave functions as a bridge between the Windia region and wherever Aquaria landed. So, okay, nothing on the right. Can we peek Medusa? Okay, Medusa has something, and there's something on her plateau. So we'll go check those out. Kaylee's already been leveled up to 15, so as soon as we find her, we will already have white, which will be nice. Her quest battlefield's not hard either. It's Ice Pyramid battlefield, so with the wizards and the Lamias. This is a baby-ass seed for babies. Good gracious. Flare and exit start. Arrow's actually not a good pick for Medusa. She resists thunder, so she resists wind and water. So we'll come back to her in a little bit. For now, let's dip and get some more checks in. Probably need to take a couple battlefields. Yeah, it is a baby seed. But at least with 1.7, we can now peek what's behind Medusa. So I know for a fact that she has something of value behind her, which is great to know. We're at 4 times XP gain, so we're just going to take all these battlefields. Yeah. Nah, I left him on auto. That's not what I wanted. Just stay dead, please. Thank you. Oh, and we have elemental Atomizer. Should I even use a spell for this? I gotta stop putting him on auto. There you go. Throw a rock at him for his transgressions. The 1200 GP reward is nice. We're just gonna go ahead and clear all these battlefields. Ninja Stars and Cat Claws should be enough. Even if Cat Claw doesn't kill, it has a high chance of paralysis. Yeah, I'm glad you guys found that bug. I never encountered it at all. Like, I never had spider kids thrown at me. So, like I said, I'm very glad y'all found that. That'd have been pretty nasty. Although, that being said, I'm not against boss tier, boss tier attack rolls on boss monsters. I'm actually all for that. Kaylee's here. Cool. Already level 15. We'll take a seed gamble. Yeah, it was on Elemental or Atomizer, right? Yeah. That's what I'm saying, though. Like, I wouldn't mind, like, appropriately themed attacks on Elemental Atomizer. Spider Kids don't exactly fit an element, though. Did I check down here? Yes. Okay. Yeah, we'll take it. Sure, why not? Lamias and fish. It's fine. Yeah, Ben dying is really a non-issue here. I could go clear Medusa. Let's do that. At 100 with a 23 companion. Did y'all see an exclamation mark on that battlefield? I didn't see an exclamation mark. That might be something that's broken with the update. That was an objective battlefield, but it didn't show the exclamation mark like it was supposed to. Okay, there was? Okay. I might have missed it. When I'm looking at 3 different things and like autopiloting, my brain just like misses it. Which is stupid, but... Okay, cool. Thank you for keeping me honest. When I'm thinking of routing and like what to do next, sometimes I like omit mentally good stuff. Oh yeah. Let's see, wind is weak to which element? Fire. Cool. I had a feeling. That's fine. Kill Ben. Or Cecil in this point. We just left Mount Ordeals. It just happened to sink into the ground afterwards. Venus Key. That's a dud check. NPCs are set to exclude. I bumped. Yeah. The white, black, and gray all like mixed together. So let's see. The only place we can go now is Fireberg region because Forester region was full of battlefields and Volcano, which I'm actually kind of grateful for. Volcano being there made it pretty easy to level up Kaylee. Alright, Blizzard chest has something, Aquaria chest has something, and we have exit, so we really don't have to. We have double exit, actually. Aquaria. I will not talk to my partners to send them to their checks because NPCs are set to exclude. That means vendors don't have anything of repute either. So do not have to do vendor checks. That being said... That's nice. It must have been like very cathartic feeling. Crab. I don't even need a spell to kill you. Alright, yep. I was about to say that should put me up to 10. I'll take another battlefield here. Gold skulls are actually not so bad to deal with. I'm on fire. Okay, so they should also be weak to wind. Although I don't have any wind attacks, but it's fine. Nice crit. That's fine too. This is gonna be really good XP. Okay, 12 is a nice place to be. I know that sounds insane for anybody not familiar with Rando, but 12 is actually like a decent level to be at 10 minutes in. So I essentially don't need to grind anymore. I should be able to handle most things thrown my way. No explosives yet, so I still can't do a lot of checks, but I can do 2 here. Or more than 2, but... Hey, claw upgrade. We're not on progressive, right? I'm like trying... Okay, no, we're not on progressive. Every time I get an upgrade for... it just worked out that I got Noble and Charm back to back. I was like, I didn't get progressive, right? Okay, I have 1 wizard charge. This is doable without spells. Moon helmet's very nice. And this Charm Claw is actually a really nice upgrade too. There's our sand coin, sand temple. Wow, these first 2 regions have been super sparse. I will need to come back to level forest because I couldn't check the whole thing. We haven't had any of our like really big dungeons yet. Explosives, we could go back to... Let's clear Aquaria first, and then we'll double back to Wintry. Gaia's great. And we got Meteor. No Pokey Stick. We do have everything we need for mines, though. There's a hedgehog in my way. This would have been one turn if I had hit. Bro, the double miss hurts my soul. Yo, thanks for joining, Tails. I never realized just how yellow Cecil's sprite is. Yeah, classic Kaylee. Yeah, the Mystic Quest Rando has like over 100 community submitted sprites at this point, and there's a lot of the free enterprise folks in our community as well, along with a lot of FF1 randomizer folks. So the the SNES sprites in particular are typically pretty high quality and high demand. There's a town over here. Let's see if we get seeds. Egg. Okay, fair enough. Let's see if we killed the boss. Dual-headed Hydra. They do scale well. They do actually have... There is a pallet limitation. So the chips used for Mystic Quest have a smaller pallet size than the carts used for the other Final Fantasy games. So character sprites are limited to 7 colors, whereas I think Final Fantasy 5, 4, and 6 allow for 9. I'm pretty good. Hope you're having a good day as well. We just started off, so this is our first seed of the night. Ooh, Wind Squid. Dice it up into Calamari. Mobius. All right, that's the first part. It's the first part of our go mode requirements. We still need 24 shards. Man, Kaylee, girl. Thank you. I know you can do big damage. I just need you to connect, please. Pokey Stick. Okay. Winter Temple, don't need to grind. Let's do Basin, because we have axes. And I might actually visit an inn to refresh seed count, because we do not have seeds yet. And Mr. Krabs has a key item. Very nice. Like, as in you bought a new game or you made a new game? We're just gonna kill the crab. And that should be a KO. And explosives should finish off fish. No. These are big, meaty fish. So yeah, no weakness resistant shuffle. But we are doing elemental randomizer. And these are this flag set is a community submission. So basically, for the community races that we do twice a month, this is the flag set submitted for this upcoming race later this month. Oh, sweet. Awesome. Why did I came to go into an inn. Wow. I'm so hard-coded to go and talk to the seed vendor that the innkeeper just wasn't even a thought for me. That's how much I don't use ins typically when I'm running. Let's go kill the big genie. The big meanie genie. Alright, chat. Place your bets. What element is Jin gonna roll? You have until I get there. I want to say fire. Hey! I like being able to call things randomly. The downside to the fire element is there's no really good water spells. I love how the fire, like, it really doesn't even change his sprite at all, except I think it makes him look more like the Iflights. Maybe. I'll have to, like, go back and compare. Seeds? Yeah, they're water red bones. So this is the seeds using the new element enemizer. So every enemy is assigned a random element. So it makes them use those elemental attacks more frequently, and it gives them resistance / weakness to the corresponding elements. So water red bones will resist water spells, but are weak to, I think it's earth. Yeah, earth spells. Cupid. Cupid like it's huge. Nope. Why am I going left? Oh, okay. Just because I want to be rewarded. Yeah, it looks like a little different, but for the most part, relatively the same. Oh yeah, so I use the MSU1 patch that's pre-baked into when you generate a seed. And I have the Chrono Trigger MSU1 soundtrack. So I just moved the sound file over, I think it's the overworld theme. Just because I love the music in this game, don't get me wrong. But if I have to go into a dungeon and hear the overworld theme on loop for too much, I start to go a little crazy. Because it does get a tiny bit grating. Like, it's just long enough to enjoy traveling the overworld, but outside of that, it's like a little annoying after your 50th loop of it. Oh no, forest theme from Chrono Trigger I put over the forest level, so level forest and live forest themes. Scala's theme is over the overworld theme. That's what it was. Just because I like Scala's theme. And then I have the music shuffled, so I could get any track anywhere. If we get what the band plays shuffled into a location, I didn't put Zeal in here. I mess with my MSC1 tracks every now and again, and I'll throw like some curveballs in here. So we'll see what lands. It's about time to change things up for what the band plays, but dang, Daniel. I still need to do my like full playthrough of Chrono Trigger. I have this problem where every time I fire up Chrono Trigger, I stop about 1/3 to halfway through the game, and I just never pick it back up to finish it again. So I told everybody who's like, Battle Network music's good. I told everybody who's like aghast at that revelation that I will try to pick it up and play it on stream at some point, so I forced myself to do a full playthrough. Yeah, MSU1 isn't actually using the... Yeah, it's just like lack of motivation / like I'll put it down for too long and then like not remember where I was, where I came back, or I get distracted by other stuff. But the MSU1 is actually CD quality, so like more like PlayStation than Super Famicom. So this particular MSU1 track from Chrono Trigger is from the PlayStation release. And then the other tracks you've heard from Mystic Quest are from an upscale done by a gentleman named Sean Schlavinsky. I believe I'm pronouncing that okay-ish. And he gave his blessing to basically turn his remaster into the MSU1. Alright. What are you going to be, Golem? Earth Golem. Boy, do I love using Flare. Chad, I've ever told you how much I love using Flare on Golem? I don't get to do that. He skydove me. That happens sometimes, Roan. I wouldn't beat yourself up about it. Like, sometimes you just get in a funk, you don't feel like streaming. Water break. You probably could. So I would check out a site called Zeldix, zeldix.net. That's where a lot of the MSU1 resource files are available. Megas. And they have like guides on how to set up MSU1, and then they have people who upload full-scale packs. There was one chest on the left I faded earlier. Which, by all accounts, could hold... Oh, not that one. Our coin. Because we still don't have Sun Coin. Actually, no, we don't need Sun Coin. What am I doing? We could go to Windia region right now. Because Windia landed in the Windia region. In Mega Man's basement, Crest isn't shuffled. Expert Logic puts us in Windia. We'll check Grandma and Grandpa's basement. And actually, we could go ahead and just check ship. Even though we don't have cap. Alright, bow of ship. Bow of ship. Nope. Okay. Oh, you're right. She was out and about. She was in the town, wasn't she, Ron? Good eye. I'll go get him. Dragon Claw. Let's do an exit and we'll go check. Disregard the floating ship. Go check these two boxes real quick. There's one. I didn't see any boxes on B2. I wasn't looking very hard either, though. Okay. Let me take a quick peek at B2 and then we can exit out. Because I was not paying attention. Hopefully pretty fast. Alright, let's go get seeds and Grandma. Yeah, so the seed vendors are gated by random bosses with this flag set. Hydra's gating the Fireberg vendor. Seed duping's also turned off, so I'm just gonna dump all my money into seeds. Getting close, we just need 6 more. check Otto's attic. Oh, we need to go talk to the Chocobo. Almost forgot that. Honestly, that's not far from where it normally lands. Let's check dungeon first. There was minor panic last week because my furnace in my attic blower motor died on my birthday. So instead of streaming like I wanted to do, I instead had to emergency go procure some space heaters and make sure my house stayed warm enough for my kids. And that just kind of put a damper on everything because it was as you can imagine, an expensive purchase to replace a whole furnace because the parts were also stupid expensive because the manufacturer for my furnace that was in my attic is defunct. So it was pay a ludicrous amount of money for replacement parts that are scarce and then hope nothing breaks in the near future or bite the bullet and get a new furnace with a pretty generous warranty and is more efficient for my system. So we bit the bullet and made the expense purchase to just get the new system, kind of future-proofing. Yeah, I have some friends that live down in Florida, and this is like freak weather. I hope everyone's staying warm, because it is. No, I have personally been to Florida during the winter a few times on a Disney trip, and it was weird how warm it was. So this is definitely not usual for Floridians. I hope everybody is not throwing hot water on their car windshields to defrost them, because fun fact, that will shatter your windshield. Don't do it. Alright, we are 3 seeds away from three fragments away from go mode. Venus Shield's a very nice pickup. It's always iguana season in Florida, although, I mean, that might be a blessing for the cold weathers. It might be helping, like, with the iguana pop, because yeah, iguanas and sea lions are the invasive species of Florida, unfortunately. Although if you ever have wanted to eat sea lion, because they're invasive, there's open season for fishing / hunting for them, and they source the local restaurants source the sea lions for meat. Pokey stick is not what I wanted. Libra crest is okay. Visit rope bridge. Arrow's nice to have. They're really gonna make me climb a tree for these fragments, aren't they? Well, there's a spooky ghost in my way. Lightning ghosts. Fun. Yeah, with standard enemies rolling up to 125%, we might get a couple bulky enemies. One more. Then we are in go mode. I'm at 17 and I have plenty. Generally have the spells I want. And I need Cap. Duh. So we're almost in go mode. We still need to hunt down Cap. Alright, that is our fragment count. Yeah, Floridians are a different flavor. of people. That being said, I have some friends in Florida. Always a good time, typically. What do I want to do? What do I want to do? What do I want to do? Let's bail on this real quick and check some towns. This is not my usual play, but we're gonna fish for some cash and see if we can get someone telling us where Captain's Cap is. Free weather. I was hoping I got lucky there. Why'd I walk up? I have exit. Of course ever. It's me. It's my favorite bit. I believe there's some there was some money battlefields in Fireburg region. All right. We could also check Squidite real quick while we're here. Hey, Sid! Thank you so much for the raid. Much appreciated. I saw some missions open up for Limit Break, so I'm excited. That means that volunteer submissions will open up shortly thereafter. I don't know if I have anything I want to submit for the event this year. I doubt Mystic Quest Rando would be accepted again so soon, even with all the new stuff we've added. And I haven't really been practicing any other games. Suncoin. I did promise the Dragon Valor community I would start picking the game up again and doing some more serious attempts at world record again, though. You doing Rebirth? Or you pick up something else for until the third part comes out? Ooh. 2 and 5, huh? That is... I will be interested to see that. I've never played 5. 2 was definitely a flavor. Like, it was good to play through. I hope they do remasters of all the Breath of Fire games at some point. Like, Steam releases. Just like with quality of life stuff. I think that'd be really fun. Yeah, the remake trilogy for 7. Why'd I walk in here? Oh yeah, that does sound way more reasonable. The other one sounds nightmarish. I feel like the dragon systems from Breath of Fire 3 on are just some of the most cracked things you could potentially break a game open with. Like, they're not even designed to be relatively balanced at all. It's just like, cool, we're gonna hand you the pieces. If you figure it out, good job, you break the game. Which is really fun, honestly. I miss when RPGs are just like, yeah, you cracked the code. Good job. Where was it gonna go? Where was it gonna go? Where was it gonna go? Aquaria. That's where I was gonna go. Well, I wish you luck on your grinding, buddy. That sounds interesting. I hope it gets accepted. I need, you know, the current world record holder for Legaia 2, Duel Saga, tried to talk me into picking up the game. I'm kind of tempted. We'll see. That's like a 6.5 to like 7 hour speed run though. That's just like such a long time to commit to a grind. I followed the route on like a playthrough, and he was watching the stream and giving me pointers, and he was like, "You should run the game," and I was like, "I couldn't I?" Oh, money. Money's what I wanted. Fire Stenos. God, they look good in red. Like with the purple nails too. That's like perfect. I love the element shuffle on them. Wow. That's kind of what happened to me with Dragon Valor. I do not want mask. It's like I held the world record for a long time, and then competition came in and like crushed my time by like 20 minutes. I'm like, oh no, now I got to go back and run it back, and that's what kind of created the rerouting we had. Hey man, it's always nice when the reroute makes the game more fun to play than making it miserable. Yes, I would love to know where the mine battlefield. Okay. Perfect. We hit a battlefield. What's our last blue battlefield? Yes, it was a Saga mech. So the community has dubbed him Mog, and he is our hint NPC. We left it up to a vote. They named him Mog. Why did I not check this battlefield? Did my brain? It's like one fight. I could have been done like 10 minutes ago. I'm just glad I didn't go dungeon diving. That would have been a huge waste of time. I do not play the Saga series. The developer for the randomizer has, though. That's another series I need to kind of like take a crack at. And just like that, we are in go mode. Yeah, free trip is great. I'll be interested to see more seeds that use this setting. We're good on seeds. So you say don't play Saga 2, and now I have to. Although what I really want to do is I want to go back and play through the Phantasy Star games, like the original Phantasy Star games on the Genesis, and see what those were all about. Because I got into Phantasy Star through Phantasy Star Universe on the 360, and like kind of fell in love with it as an MMO, but I never actually played it, like did old school RPGs of Phantasy Star. So I know they have like the trilogy on Steam. I need to pick that up and kind of sit down and play through those at my leisure, because they seem like a great time. All right, let's gamble on Rex. Thunder Rex, very nice. Hey, first time, every time. Oh, some bad menuing. Ooh, but we got Thunder. We got Volt, Stone Golem. This should be quick enough to handle with flares. I kind of want the XP. I want to be level 20 for King, just in case he rolls some wild stuff. Speaking of King, chat, take your guess on what element he is going to roll. So you have fire, water, wind, earth, and thunder to pick from. Yeah, the gold golem is really cool. The elemental recolors, like the wind wyvern here, is really cool looking. Check this guy out. You think Fire King? That would be the most annoying to deal with, so you would pick it, Roan. Why is that so much damage? We lived. On 10, we lived. And that's all you need. We have a chicken that's scared of big rocks, and we are going to capitalize on that. So they made it to where water element is weak to earth, so big rocks it is. That definitely sounds like a choice for a system. That sounds like something that I would try to get through and then use save states because I would get frustrated with it, but you never know. Doesn't Puexel play the Saga games? Like, doesn't he have records in the Saga games, or am I thinking of something else? Earth King. Okay. Well. He will be weak to wind. Owie. That sounds like a very ahead of its time kind of game. Alright, 50 minutes. Let's go. Thankfully, Earth also has, like, the lowest damaging attacks available outside of Axe. And webs are on the table, which is spooky. Which I think that's still part of the glitched enemizer logic. Let's take a triage turn. Getting a little low for comfort. That sounds mildly annoying. Alright, phase 3. What is King's true form? Survey says... Wow, look at that RoboCorp sprite. I haven't seen any of the custom, like, true forms with, the sprite palette added. I think both times I've only ever got, like, Scott Pilgrim. Rocks. RoboCorpse, by the way, is from Contra. It makes him look like he's red hot. Like red hot metal. Like when you superheat metal for a furnace or for forging, that's what he looks like. I mean, it sounds interesting. Like, it sounds like a good ROM. Oh man, now you got me thinking of that wrestling game, the arcade game. That was made by Midway. I cannot for the life of me remember it. Finn. No. Not the end. Hey, look, I didn't have to climb a tree. I just realized. Time. 47:29 is not bad. Yeah, Robo Hulk Hogan. That was a pretty good time. That was not bad at all. I could have done this. Like I said, I probably could have finished this faster if I'd have just checked that battlefield first. This is potential to be like, yeah, low 40s. Cool. All right, let's queue up our next one. So our next seed comes courtesy of, this might be broken. Hold up. This was made before the update. Bummer. Yeah, this is made before the update. So these are broken. I need to have them resubmit them. Let's see. Let's check seed report, see if there's anything in FF4 All that we can play. All right, so this one is courtesy of Mike34. He's kind of been on a tear. Yeah, Mega Man X, the Storm Eagles theme. He's been on a tear over on the FF4 All server. So let's see. Original chest set to include, everything set to exclude. Expert, Shattered Sky Coin, random 16 through 32. 10 boxes available for seeds. Standard vendors. Balanced Expert Enemizer with Resistant Shuffle. Formations by region. Boss Rush. Shortcut turned on. Overworld and Crest Shuffle. Dungeons Internal. Ben +5. Random Chaos Spellbook. Okay. Let's roll it. Well, not roll it. Just generate it. I was kind of hoping that Guile's theme would land on boss fight music. It still hasn't for me yet, but a man can dream. One day, though. Alrighty. Okay. So for spells, we have... I'll move some things around real quick because I want... There we go. Alright, so those are the resistant shuffles. Kaylee's got Thunder, Cure, Arrow, Fire, and White at 40. We'd have to go all the way up to 30 for that. Because we're doing Ben level plus 10, right? No, Ben plus 5. We have to go to 35. That's a no for me, dog. Tristram is Blizzard, Thunder, White at 20. So we only have to get to 15. That's manageable. Phoebe has Thunder, Blizzard, Fire, so she's out. And Ruben has Thunder and Blizzard. So it looks like Tristram's our boy for this flag. Sorry for the sniffling, chat. Yeah, it is cute. He's one of like the first community submitted sprites. I set it to normal music. Bummer. Oh well. Okay. Let's go ahead and get this second seed started. And for those who might be noticing that there's already a save on here, that is because to make MSU1 patches apply, you have to rename your ROM file to a specific name. So when I download and generate a seed, I have to rename it and put it in an MSU1 folder. The emulator reads that file name and pulls the save, basically the save of the corresponding file name. So that's the save I made on the last seed. It just applies here. So that's why that's there. I could probably find a Megalomania file and put it on here. All right, 3, 2, 1. Well, hold on real quick. Let's review. Dark King is going to resist fire, so flares out. Looks like White's our guy. White and Wind, which isn't great. Anything that could be confused can now be petrified. That's not a lot of enemies. And Wind and Shoot just kind of swapped, and Water's the same. So this is pretty tame in terms of resistance shuffling. All right, go. Haley start, not bad. Wintry, we'll check it. Is there anything in here? No. Okay. I don't have an axe, but I can peek that chest. Okay. I'll take the cash and potential rewards. I'm glad she starts off with petrification resistance. Always nice. Bro. Thank you. The Atomizer is set to Balanced Expert, so I'm not going to see some absolutely wild stuff. Sand Temple, let's see. Phoebe, which we actually don't want to see this time. And NPCs are set to exclude, so there's... And battlefields. There's actually no incentive for me to go there. Yeah, this is basically a Tristram seed. Mr. Krabs has something, but I don't have explosives. So we will check the chest in the top right and then dip. For now. Unless Crab is needed. Excalibur. It's not bad to have. Especially early on. Meteor is also not bad to have. Especially early on. Let me check Focus Tower first. No, that's fine. I would not be here interacting with chat if I didn't enjoy talking to chat. So please, chat away. I welcome the conversation. Sometimes I will just be focusing on the game though, so if it seems like I'm ignoring you, I'm not. I'm just trying to think of my next move, typically. Giant's Axe. Oh, we have weapons. So now we have to go kill a big crab, because that's the only progression gate I can think of. Yeah. Well, no, we can go to the live forest. Explosives. This might be a little front-loaded. Moon helmet's great. I can't do the Libra crest yet. Can check Giant's Axe chest though. Not a fan of the charm necklace, but I guess it's better than nothing. Gaia armor is great though. Alright, let's see what floors we have. I could go left, but I can't go right. Oh, there's meme settings. Self-destruct enemizer is definitely one of the meme enemizers of all time, let me tell you. There's a lot of quirky, goofy fun you can get up to with this game. Sand coin, there it is, okay. Wake water and fire. Alright. That's all we can do for right now. And I managed to avoid enough encounters to not have to worry about the song not looping. Yeah, if you want to check it out, it's ffmqrando.net. And we also have guides on our community Discord, so there's a link to the community Discord on the menu on the left-hand side, where you can join, and there's a new player room with a bunch of resources curated by myself that I've sourced from other community members to help people just starting out the randomizer figure things out. The music, so I would go to zeldix.net and look into their MSE1 packs. That'll require a little, like, personal finagling, but every ROM generated for the randomizer is already patched with the MSE1 compatibility patch. So you don't need to worry about doing that every time you generate a seed. That's automatically done. Every time. Yeah. Definitely a great listen when it's not being interrupted. This is unfortunate that sometimes it just gets interrupted a lot. That's usually why I play with music shuffle on. I just forgot to toggle it on this time. Dragon Claw, good gracious. This is a loaded weapon start. It's very weapon forward. And Grandma and Grandpa's basement. Oh, look, T-Rock. Build me Rainbow Bridge. Yeah, if you shuffle the battle music, it will definitely be too peaceful sometimes. Nope. I'm still looking for our boy Tristram, and we have no seeds yet. Hold on. Seed duping is not disabled, so we could technically do that if we wanted. Another pokey stick. Hollow helm. Otto, yeah, he definitely gives some Wily vibes. Like incognito Wily with sunglasses. All right, let's take some battlefields real quick because we need levels. And thankfully we're next to Foresta. So we should be able to like restore ourselves and get charges and stuff as we go. Dr. X, yeah. I forget which Mega Man that is. It's like 9? Which one has it where Dr. Wily's like incognito? Or was it 5? It was something like that. No, spooky is spooky. Stop that. Actually, we have explosives. We should be fine. Alright, don't miss. Thank you. Should have had her go for the mint mint. That's alright. Yeah, I know it's definitely not 8. I've played 8. 5 and 6 I kind of skipped. Hey, Sammy. Is that really our first fragment? Seeds? No. Hey, there's ring. That's okay. Aegis. Here we go. Now we're getting the good stuff. Kitty cat claw. Not what we need. Cash. That's a risky. No, you know what? Let's risk it for the biscuit. I need levels and I need cash. Yo, oh yeah, we are fully loaded in terms of offensive equipment. Why did I switch the axes? It's shuffled. Yeah, armor and equipment and spells. Honestly, the only thing we're missing right now is triage. We could go kill crab. Let's do one more. Battlefield. I should have saved before coming in here. This is reckless as all hell. I like my brain like defaulted to yeah, sure, go in. Not you should prioritize your safety. We need the levels though, so we're gonna go fight crab, which will be weak to explosives. Bro. Oh, audio's quiet. Let me fix that for you, chat. Is that a little better? Oh, it desynced? Is it desynced for anybody else? Okay. I will keep an eye on things. Let me know if anything else goes funky. 9 should be enough for crab. Okay, that might have been me messing with Windows settings, so thank y'all for doing the reloads. I appreciate it. Hopefully it sounds better now, too. A little louder, but not too loud, hopefully. Why me? Hey, there we go. That's very nice to have. Alright, where do we need to go? Oh, we could do tree. Okay. Wow, we have a forced tree start. Interesting. Also, holy crap, Chad, I just realized Volcano is not in the Forester region. It's a Christmas miracle. Ham's coding actually worked. Not that I'm saying his coding doesn't work, but this is, even though he's patched it, this is the first 1.7 seed I've had with Overworld Shuffle that hasn't put Volcano here in the Forester region. So I'm a little flabbergasted. Alright, let's go right this time, see what rooms landed up here. Also, we need to do some seed fishing. So I am going to check some brown boxes. Alright, that is a loop with the left side door. Gotta love this track. Check for seeds. Grandmasters require so much attention. Good luck to you. Oh, I thought you were talking about the arcade Grandmasters. You're fine. You enjoy your game. I have a very dedicated audience of lurkers who I love very, very much. Shoutouts to y'all, by the way. River coin, okay. I've been compared to ZFG in terms of, like, commentary tone sometimes, and I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. He's very mellow. Although I don't do like a lot of forced animation either. No, I don't want to fight Ghidra. Not needed. Oh yeah, for sure. I love me some Tetris. That's like my chill out and vibe game. Before my mom passed, that's a game that we would play together a lot. I'll have to check it out. I didn't realize there was a new iteration of Grandmasters. What room haven't I seen? Okay, I know what room I have, what door I haven't seen yet, and I don't need to kill Ghidra for it, I don't think. Let me check. I think it was this door. Okay, yeah. We could peek right side here. Actually, this isn't the room. I probably won't. YouTube loves to block those links, but I'll still take a look at it. I can look it up. It's no big deal. Alright, we can leave the tree now. I miss Exit already. Exit, my beloved. We'll be reunited again one day. So did all the dungeons land in Fireburg? Oh, that sounds cool. I've been playing Tetris Effect to kind of vibe out. Okay, yeah. There's a lot of checks up here. Where is Tristan? Shuffle extended for companion locations. Oh man, columns. Columns is a throwback, man. I had columns for the Game Gear. Jumbo's gonna be any good here, or do I need to switch the spells? I need to switch the spells. Unfortunate. The Genesis has such an iconic and unique sound font because of the chip they used. I mean, Sonic 3 has got to be my... Sonic 3 and Shinobi 3, ironically, like both the 3 games, are my favorite Genesis soundtrack games. I'm trying to think what else was really good. Vector Man was pretty good for what it went for. Sonic 2 is timeless. Can't really go wrong with that one. Other good Genesis games. I have not gone back and listened to... Didn't Spider-Man and the X-Men come out on Genesis as well as SNES? Arcade's Revenge. Because I friggin' love that soundtrack on the SNES. But I have not listened to the Genesis version, if there is one. I'm on fire. Bro, can you stop trying to roast me, please? Good luck. May RNG be in your favor. May your T-spins be on point, and your Albatross opener be exactly what you need it to be. Alright, we're just gonna go left. Finally getting fragments. It's only been 22 minutes. Bro, there are 10 seed boxes in this world and I ain't found a one. There we go. My kingdom for a seed. We're high enough level, we could probably dupe a couple of these. There we go. You know, let's dupe 2. And then spend them so I can start using Meteor to clear out these enemies. Actually, Flare should be... Well, let's dupe another because I forgot to eat one. Alright, consume seed. Profit. Gemini's an interesting find here. Why did I jump too many times? Because I'm an idiot. I'll see about getting the recomp set up for Majora's Mask and get an auto tracker set up. I think my next stream I want to do some of the Majora's Mask randomizer, specifically the recomp. I'm having a lot of fun with that. The recomp project's really good. We're just kind of coasting through on checks right now. Yeah, sure. Mobius. Captain's Cap. That would have been nice last seed. I mean, I'm basically set for spells, minus white. So now I just need fragments, which means I just need to clear out locations. Alright, 10 left. And then I guess we should find Tristan at some point, so he could do all the damage. We're gonna run from this. Every time I bump an enemy I don't want to fight, we're gonna dupe the seed. Until I eventually get out of here, and we'll see how many seeds I have left. It's such a long run-in. I forgot. And it just makes me want exit even more. Alright. Clear. Check a couple other locations before P-Tower. I would like to have exit before going in there, but I can navigate it without if needed. Eight left. There's our sun coin. I did not mean to bump into this. That ninja sprite's really cool. Cupid! Alright, now we're all armored up. Oh, that's a bummer. And, okay. We are literally just doing red checks at this point. I don't need anything else. So we're gonna go in, get what we need, get out, not need to fight any mini bosses. I wonder if white is behind Doulahan. I believe it. Cage. Tristram's not over here. Do we have Crest Shuffle turned on? We do, but it's not really... Okay, there's Max Ship. Not really needed. Do you have white? Nope. I do not want to buy that. We do not have Mega Man key. Unfortunate. We'll come back to P-Tower in a second. Let me check Mount Gale real quick. And then we're going to run to Windia region and see if I can find Tristram over there. And Doulahan has something. We could take a swing at him, just because I need white. Also, this will tell us what vampires have. No, it won't. Wrong type of vampires. Alright, let's see. He's actually going to be able to take full damage from Flare, which is nice. I'm immune to that. Alright, we need to put her in triage mode. I resist axe, so yeah, full triage. Ow. Oh, that is concerning. So is that neckbreaker. He's like, pick me up, please. He's just chopping away, bud. That's not going to do a lot. That's pretty helpful. Let's do a group cure. Okay. There's a couple spooky moments, but this is not insurmountable by any means, especially with Flare doing work. Fragment. Longer than I would have liked to have spent on a fragment, but it's clear and I don't need to think about it anymore. Alright, to the windier region. Man, I wish I had exit. I believe I remember there being a brown box and down the staircase, so we're not gonna go check that. Maybe he's chilling at Phoebe's house? Hey, there we go. There's our boy. Nothing in there. Should check vendor basements. Libra. And I don't need to walk down the Spencer's Cave because we have the Rainbow Bridge built. This Bone Dungeon, we can knock that out real quick. Now, the other really cool thing about Tristram here is he's going to be... He's the only partner with white at a reasonable level. He has, he gets white at 20. Everyone else, no one else has wizard spells except for Kaylee, and she only gets white at 40. And I'll be damned if I have to grind all the way up to 40. Well, technically I would have to grind all the way up to 35, but, I mean, you've seen me run. How often do I get up to level 35? There's a heal. Hey, there's white. Let's go. We are set up for King. Yeah, because the way it's set up right now, King is going to resist fire, so Flare's off the table. I could use Meteor, actually. Meteor would be viable for King, but for partner, I needed to go, you know, find someone with a spell that would do damage. Tristram's not awful. He has the highest speed and the highest HP out of all the partners, so he is reliable triage and he can take a beating. He just has no resistances to any elements except for he takes half fire damage and he can't be instant killed, which is good in itself, honestly. Being able to shrug off a Doom Dance is pretty good in my book. Alright, we just need 2 more fragments here. There's 1. 15's kind of low to go fight King, but I don't know. I could do it. Max is 100. Yeah, we could do it. Should be fine. We'll need to go dump some more seeds, but we could do it. Especially since we killed Doulahan. We can hit up Grandma on the way out. Have we seen Firebird yet? Yeah, we have. Let's see. Mega Man handing out megas. That's fitting. Mine should have at least one fragment. I would be very, very surprised if it did not. There it is. Okay. That is go mode. Let's hit up a couple battlefields on the way out, just to make sure that we have the appropriate level. Should probably dive at 17? Yeah. 17 sounds like a good number. These red caps will be pretty decent experience. I just need to remember I need to do 4 seeds. Sorry, 5. Not a great grinding battlefield, but we'll take it because on the last one we will dupe seed. 16's better than nothing. 16's workable. Alright, need to dupe some seeds on this next encounter. We're gonna dupe this 5 times. One. 2. 3. 4. 5. Okay. 8 should be enough to get us through the refights. Let's just go. I am curious what the other stuff was, but looking at the tracker, it's nothing worth it, besides maybe exit. Yeah, we can do it this way. We're immune. Damage. That hurts. Huh. Okay. There we go. Does Stone Golem resist Earth? We're gonna say yes. That's concerning. And that's why that's concerning. He's just gonna keep staring him, isn't he? Okay. Okay, we should be 18 by the time we get the king. Should be. Might not 100% make it. We shall see. Does Wyvern resist Earth? That's the question I have to keep asking. No, he doesn't. I use Meteor on him all the time. Man, why do you have to have Cure Bow? Bro, could you not? Also, how are you outspeeding Tristan? Well, we both resist that, so that's a non-issue. Another free turn. Just die already, jeez. There we go. Alright, unfortunately I cannot use Flare on the Jerk Bird. Can use Meteor though. So again, spicy rocks from space it is. Why do they all have Cure Arrow? That's more than annoying to deal with. Good dodge on the power drain. I doubt we'll break phase 2 here. We'll be lucky if we see it. More than likely, we're gonna see me die. Not really. Oh, phase 2. We'll take a turn for triage. Owie. Finn hurts. I wanted to play it safe. Last three of my magically outsped Zuh and had a spell backfire on me. This next turn should put him in phase 3. Side shield's gonna go up. Yep. Bang hurts. We're gonna do a double life here because we're both kind of in danger. This is why we double life. Bro, I hate Cure Arrow. I hate Cure Arrow so much. Dude, could you not? There we go. Jeez. Yeah, there we go. 18. Just like I was saying. That was an annoying fight. Alright, time for King. Let's see what he rolled. Meteor's fine here. Sleep is annoying. Oh yeah, we hit gun mode a little bit ago. Alright, out of phase 1. Perks of being resistant to fire. Okay. We might have gotten a 50%er, or we'll just have a fat phase 3 and 4. Scott Pilgrim again. I am excited for the new Scott Pilgrim game coming out. I'll be interested to see how that plays. The number of the beast. Damn, how can he slap? Scott Pilgrim's got hands. He's the best fighter in the Providence. And he's got BO, apparently. Wow, that's not good. Stop hurting my Tristan, I need him. You know, just out here fighting an evil ex-boyfriend. We just ran into him as he was going through Ramona's subspace highway. It's fine. God bless 6 pseudopod slap. I just realized that's what that is, and stop it. Make me waste my turns. Seven evil exes. She did date a girl once. So it's 6 ex-boyfriends and an ex-girlfriend. And there's 6 pseudopod slaps. Stop hitting me with that. Nah. I'm not wild enough to date Ramona Flowers. She's too intense for me. And time, 53:04. Very nice, very nice, very nice. Let's see what Mike pulled on his time. Okay. 49:18. Still good.
I don't remember her having a robot boyfriend. I remember her having boyfriends that build robots, though. Or ex-boyfriends. Well, that is going to do it for me tonight, chat. My nose, as you might have heard, is a little stuffy, and I am a bit tired. But, yeah, if you want to check out Joe's seed, he has it posted in the FFMQ Rando Discord under the Community Races 2026 channel. There you see Judge Joe. Check out their flag string. It's a great time. I will go ahead and post the link for y'all as well. Check out the Rando if you're interested. That's ffmqrando.net. There you'll be able to find a link to our community Discord. Or if you want to play Archipelago, we are fully Archipelago compatible. So if you want to play with friends and other randomizers connected via AP, that is, we have native Archipelago support. And I believe 1.7 should be out very, very soon. So as soon as Alchav finishes that AP fork update, we should be good to go, and you'll be able to use all the current 1.7 features in Archipelago. But that is going to do it for me tonight, chat. Thanks so much, everybody, for watching. I'll see you all next time. Take care.
It took me 10 years to find the answer to something.